Good morning from the Second Age of Reason. We're here today to discuss a little incident and some problems that we have coming our way. I'm going to start out by saying I consider myself part of the press. You know, in our Constitution where it says freedom of speech in the press, I consider myself part of the press. Plus, I also claim speech, which can be in the form of vlog, log, written, spoken, or art. So, my kind of press that I am, I'm not frontline reporter news, I'm more after-the-fact editorial news and perspectives. And so, we'll editorialize a little bit about that incident in Arizona, that tragedy. And there's sort of a cry out saying, wait a minute, everybody. Wait a minute. Is there so much hate and everything in this nation that drives people crazy? As this person was crazy? And shouldn't we be careful about what we say because it might incite people to do things? Shouldn't there be something done about guns in this country? Shouldn't people, when they gather together, have better security? Well, these are the questions they bring forth. And so, the tragedy that those people were killed or injured is a tragedy, and the criminal has been apprehended, and justice can be meted out. So I don't see that any more legislation is needed in this case. I mean, it's all played out the way it should play out. The laws are working. See, the thing that they're thinking about is, well, how can we prevent this? How can you arrest a person before they commit the crime? How can we do a number of the things they want to do? And most of it is by short-circuiting the Constitution, or saying, these are different times. The Constitution was designed for society 300 years ago, and things are changed, and it's not keeping up, and it's unable to handle the problems we now have. So they'll say, you know, freedom of speech. Well, you don't want to be inciting the crazy people. Freedom of religion. Well, you have problems in the church now, don't you? Maybe religion is bad. Maybe we should regulate and put more surveillance in the churches. Then you have freedom of assembly. Well, that could be like, you know, gangs and conspiracies. Ooh, we can't have freedom of assembly. Redress of grievances. Well, that's like protest, and we can't have these protesters. They could get violent. Your Constitution, people, is under attack. They want to just suspend it or abolish it. But I tell you what, if they suspend it or abolish it, namely Congress or the President, that very same Constitution is their mission statement, is their reason for existence. So if they were to subvert the Constitution, abolish it, whatever, repeal the Constitution, their entire existence becomes superfluous. It becomes redundant. It becomes unnecessary, because then all you need is a dictator or a king. So, keep that in mind, and when all these people are putting different spins on this story.